Randy, are you there?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up, Randy?
Oh, just getting my day together.
Beautiful. Having
Yeah,
a nice 420 Saturday.
absolutely. Getting things started here on the West Coast.
I love it. Well, you're
God,
all
straight people, you are just so held back.
gay people don't celebrate 420.
Hey girl, what's going? Hey, what's up? Hey girl. Just get my day started, trying to get out of the bed and make sure that when the day starts, the sun has risen, and that's when the day will begin, and that's how I start the day.
I love it, Randy. So you're on here with me and Matteo. Hit us with what's troubling you, buddy.
Yeah, man. I just got a question. I'm really glad Mateo's a guest today. I've got a little 5-year-old son. He
I'm not a priest.
loves dressing up. Loves dressing up in dresses. Loves playing with dolls. Says he can't wait to get older so he can be a girl.
Oh, wow.
And the thing is, he's going to be going to public school next year. So my question is like, when I go to buy him school supplies, I know he's going to want the bright, vibrant, girly lunchbox and notebooks and all that kind of stuff. And I'm wondering, like, I'm kind of thinking right now, I absolutely get that stuff for him. Teach him this, fuck what everybody has to say about it. Don't worry what other people think. Be yourself. You're loved. I care about you. I want you to be happy. But at the same time, kids are assholes, man. And I remember kids when I was growing up, they weren't very nice to the kid that was different. So I'm just kind of curious, like, what your take on it? Like, what route would you go in my situation?
I would say, not to get so serious,
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I was that
Mateo's
kid.
about to start crying.
I remember when I
Tell
got
him you love him. Tell him you love him every day.
Just buy him an Enya CD and call it a day. No, here's the thing: is your instincts are right. Now, I know most parents, at least of our generation, their instincts was to cover up the gayness to protect the child.
Sure.
But then it becomes harder for them at school and at home.
Right.
So here's what's gonna happen: let him choose whatever he wants to pick. If kids are offended by his feminine energy, they're going to come after him whether he's got a pink marker or a pink shirt on. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The only thing you have to worry about is make him feel safe. So his home is his safe place, and let him pick what he wants. If kids come after him, at least he has a place to go home to be himself.
Yeah.
But if at home you start sending the message of like, we're going to get these markers because this is what then you start to give kids a complex.
Totally.
So it's like your instincts are right. Like, just let him pick whatever he wants. As long as it's not like, like I want to wear a 7-foot wig to class. It's like just
within the bounds of what's
allowed at school.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But let him wear a pink shirt. Let him have whatever, crazy crayons he wants, and just give him a safe place to. The only job for parents to do is make their kids feel safe, and that's all you got to do.
I agree in that you don't. A big theme I think for everyone is like addressing a problem before it happens.
That's right.
Like, you're already worried about, well, he's gonna get bullied. Like, me, if it was me, I'd pants this little homo. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you. Not that I'm saying that you would, but you're like that. Oh, it's inevitable. When you said you're on the West Coast, times are different, and I'm not saying no one's gonna make fun of me, but people get made. Kids get made fun of for everything. So I'm sure something's gonna come up, but. I would say, don't preemptively do anything.
That's right.
And the thing Matteo said is so great about, you're sending him mixed messages in terms of, a thing that fucked me up was that there seemed to be 2 different rules in my house.
Right.
Where it was like, my dad acted a different way around us, and he acted like, he would put on airs around other people. And you started to be like, what the fuck? Why are we lying about what our home life is like? Why is my dad
That's
pretending?
every Italian home. You leave the house and everyone looks at each other. Do we remember the lie?
Yeah,
so, you gotta break that cycle.
Yeah. And so I think and that's just within our household. That's not something fundamental to your kid's identity, which I think is even worse than having to lie about being poor or whatever, right? And so, dude, just like, let this motherfucker get a tutu and
but also I'm so proud of the progress we've made. Is that you call and your first instinct is to like, how do I like if this was even 15 years ago, the question would be, is my son a fag?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now that's not even the question. It doesn't matter.
No,
We're
he
not
knows the
challenging.
answer,
It's just your main concern is to protect the innocence of your son, and I think that's wonderful.
That's really nice. Yeah. And do you have any other kids? Big Rand?
Yeah, he has an older sister.
He has an older sister or a younger sister?
Older sister. She's 8.
Okay, cool. And how old is he?
Yeah. He's 5.
Okay, cool.
God, I was 5. I used to sing to Sleeping Beauty. I loved wearing dresses. I just felt more comfortable with feminine energy. Like I was more, you know, and even often still I am. And I think that's great about being queer or being gay or even whatever. It's like you can kind of have your foot in both worlds. You're not confined to, because, you know, for being men growing up, it's so like, we have to act this way. You can't do this. You can't do that. You're acting like a girl, blah, blah, blah. And it sends you so many weird mixed messages because you're like, what's wrong with me? So, you know, to have Randy, we got to work on the name, but like to have a
straight Randy.
Yeah.
Straight Randy, the loving father of a gay child. We don't know yet, but, you know, probably.
I think all your instincts sound great, Randy, and you sound like you're a great dad.
Totally. And, you know, and I think, I also think there's a big possibility that I worked in schools right before I quit, like right after I graduated college. I was a tutor for a while. And I will say something that was beginning was the bullies were gay. Like there was, like I was in my after school program, there was this little kid, this chubby little, like kind of effeminate kid, right? And they're 12, 13.
Right.
And he's clearly got a crush on this other kid, and he's kind of like talking to him, and he's almost like slowly seducing this kid, you know, like it's this kid with like low self-esteem, and they're becoming
also wearing
friends.
A fur coat with a cigarette,
yeah.
A Disney villain.
He
gay.
literally, and so I was like, oh, this is. At first, I was like, oh, this is cute. These kids are like, I don't know any of this. I'm like, oh, this is cute. This poor kid and this nerd are becoming friends, and then some fat girl called them, you know, the F slur.
Faggot.
You know? Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to get it. You know, she's gonna ruin this kid. And this fucking kid is like, you big fucking bitch. She was like, that's why your ass looked like you were burning a house fire. She was dark skinned. And this kid had never spoken anything. And I was like, whoa. He just fucking flamed through her. This fat girl starts crying. And I'm like, damn, dude. Things have changed since I was in. He's going in on her fucking grandma who was just died. He was fucking tearing her up. So you know what, man? Here's what I pray for you, Randy. You'll actually have to stop your son from becoming a vicious gay bully. That's what I'm hoping, buddy. But we're in agreement. You're a great dad. You're coming at it from the right perspective, and just take it one challenge at a time, right? Like right now, it's hard for any kid to start school, right? Like they're gonna get bullied for whatever. If it happens, you'll deal with it then. If it doesn't happen, hey, it doesn't happen.
You made a good point. Like, don't worry about it till it happens.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, just do whatever feels right and make sure your kid feels safe. And, you know, it's 2024.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it. I appreciate your perspective as well, hearing about it as your childhood, Matteo. I'm hoping to raise the next Matteo Lane, not the next Ian Fidance. So,
man.
Pretty great.
There's a lot to do. Don't let your kid unattended with any hot dog vendors. That's a big.
He started so wholesome and then just took Ian and
just right under the bus.
Oh my God.
Well, good luck, buddy. And hey, listen, we'd love an update in a year. Just tell us how the little guy's doing, bro. All right?
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Big Rand.
Thanks, Randy.